Hello and welcome to Riverside Raceway for the first time ever here in the MG Cup Series and on the Money Games YouTube channel. Um, yeah, I've been very excited for this one, as ever since I had the idea of putting it on the schedule and announced it. It's always just been on my mind. And I hope this is a great race for seasons to come. Disaster like it did for the Daytona Road Course race. But I'm gonna mute for a second, but before the green flag starts, as you see the excitement here. Look at this absolutely beautiful racetrack. Track made famous for a track where the famous pass in the dirt occurred, where Dale Earnhardt drove by a lap car and a race leader in the dirt. Decided, you know what, I'm not waiting. Went off the track, passed them both, came out in the lead. But yeah, I'm gonna mute before dropping the green flag. We'll be right back, or I'll be right back. But yeah. Alright, now I am back. Your pole sitter is the 20 of Tony Stewart, with Jamie McMurray starting in second on his outside. Jeff Gordon starting third. We know Stewart and Gordon love these road courses. Remember, Tony Stewart, before going to NASCAR, actually raced an IndyCar a little bit. So now he's here in the MG Cup Series, looking to make some things happen. Jeff Gordon, always very successful on the road courses, and his time in the NASCAR Cup Series, and even before that, grew up looking to get into open wheel. California kid moved over to Indiana, trying to get into open wheel racing. Then got into NASCAR, became a superstar there. But green flag is out, and we're racing here for the first time ever at Riverside. So these guys heading to the little bend, right hand section. Contact being made. Look at Dale Jarrett being shoved off the track, and again trying to save it. He saves it in the grass, or in the dirt, after contact with his teammate Elliott Sattler there. Robert Yates racing cars keeping it straight. They're 3 wide heading into this hard braking section. Couple cars going off through the dirt, entering this, trying to leave the person to their right side. Just enough room to get through, and they all somehow make it. Chris Mack starting towards the rear end of the field. Didn't get the best qualifying lap there, but made a few mistakes, but he is trying to work his way back up, or work his way up through the pack. You soon see him get his right side tires into the grass there. You know, Chris Mack, he loves the road courses, as you've seen him dominate at Sonoma, or excuse me, at Infineon and Watkins Glen last season. Ran okay earlier this season at the Daytona Road Course. Got caught up in a few wrecks, but for the most part was running fine until that happened. Yeah, you see him slicing his way through the field already. 1 lap in, and he's already got about 5 spots here. Now gonna dive to the inside, sends it through this little right hand bend, and likes to take it flat out through the S's, side by side with Terry Labonte. Has to check up a little bit there to leave him some room. Terry checks up big time. Chris Mack gets through, and now into the right hander. Tries to pass Scott Wilmer on the outside, couldn't quite do so. Tony Stewart, meanwhile, has opened up a 1-second gap on Mark Martin, but Mark is faster through the technical part of the track. Tony Stewart absolutely flies down the straightaway and into the high-speed section of the course. The high-speed right-hander of the course, I should say. Just in all of the high-speed sections of the course, he is very fast. Chris Mack trying to use a little bit of the draft to his advantage as he tries to work his way up through the pack. Very close to the wall there, but we know he can absolutely fly around these road courses, willing to take chances other drivers aren't. He sends it in over the curb. Oh, Brendan Gaughan checked up a bit in front of him, and he ran right into the back of that 77. Didn't hurt him too bad. Now look at him slinging it through these corners here, trying to work his way back up through the field. Look at this long straightaway here. Almost looks like a airport runway, but it's really just part of a racetrack. Very, very long straightaway there. And in a quick little bend that you don't have to lift off the gas to get through before entering that hard braking zone and the right-hander. Chris Mack got into the dirt a little bit with the left side of his car. Not afraid to go off track. You know, he probably took a little bit of inspiration from Dale Earnhardt's pass in the dirt. And isn't afraid to try it himself. Bit spread out for the most part here. A few battles here and there. See one right here. The 9 of Bill Elliott trying to, or excuse me, 9 of Casey Kane trying to hold off the 38 of Elliott Sattler. Unfortunately, it's that time where we have to take a quick break, so we'll be right back after this here at Riverside. And we are back at Riverside Raceway. Tony Stewart had a great car at the start of this thing, but I believe Mark Martin might have a really good long run car. Stewart, good on the short runs, as you saw with his qualifying lap, putting him on the pole position, and by him pulling away from the rest of the field at the beginning. But Mark Martin starting to reel him in now, so we go on board with the 6 of Mark here. You know what? One driver I think it'll be really interesting to go on board with. 86 of Chris Mack as he slings this thing around here. I'm trying to use the draft, the best ability here. Down to the bend, 100 check up a little bit for Kurt Busch. A little more. Usually takes it flat out for the these drivers like to not do that for the sake of not pushing it to the absolute limit on every single lap and filling their tires. But I don't think Chris Mack really cares when he's just trying to get through the field as he dives in underneath Kurt Busch. Gets through the grass a little bit, clears them. Now has his sight set on Kurt's teammate in the 99, that's Jeff Burton, under Roush Racing forward. Using the draft to his advantage. Oh my goodness, dropping frames. Using the draft to his advantage here. Spots there. Caution is out. You saw the lights, the caution lights flicker in there. I believe it's for the 17 of Matt Kenseth. Yes, it is. As he came to a stop on the racetrack and got a tow back to pit road. I don't believe he had any contact there. I'm watching him right here. Yep, hard, makes a hard right, dives out of the way. Looks like possibly I'm not going to say the engine let go, but something broke on that car. And he pulls to a stop, gets a tow back to pit road, and the crew going to work on it now. But Tony Stewart already crossed the line by that time. We take a look at the replay of the race back. Stewart was still in the lead. And this might be the break he needed, because he's going to get some 4 fresh tires here on pit road. And have another shot at opening the lead once again on a short run. His tires last about 7 laps, really. So you'll still have about 11 laps to try, or 10 laps to try to hold off that 6 car. But green flag is back out because short cautions and road courses. And look who's up inside the top 10. That's the 86 of Chris Mack. How about that for him getting inside the top 10 here? Working his way through the field. He started all the way in the back. Now we're all over here once again. Oh, they all checked up right in front of him, and he's going to use that to his advantage big time here. And the crew, he did get a little bit of damage from running into the back of the 99, or excuse me, the 77, Riverside gone. Fixed that for the most part. Look at him. He gained 2 spots there due to that big checkup. Now gonna have his sight set on another one here in the draft of Michael Walker, big time here, sucking his way all the way back up to the back bumper. Gonna go to the outside. Mikey has to check up. Backs out a bit, 188 miles an hour for a split second as he hopped on the brakes into this hard right-hander. And I know you probably can't hear me talking over the sounds of the cars and the engines, but or you can, but not that well. Whoa, Dale Jr. with a little mistake there. Looks like he's going to lose the position to Kevin Harvick. Unless the caution is out. No, caution is not out. So, got a few cars with damage. These guys like to run over each other under caution. I've noticed that about the AI. One car sitting on pit road, that's the 31 of Robbie Gordon. As we go back and take a look at what happened to him here. I believe something may have happened under caution. was under caution. So as I mentioned, under the yellow, this guy's stacking up. The round goes to 21. And heavy damage for a couple of these guys here. And then again, another stack up here. And the round goes to 19. Jeremy Mayfield. That's probably going to take him out of the race. Look at that. Heavy, heavy damage on the 19. A lot of guys being taken out of contention. Or not out of contention, but having their days ruined by that. As we get back to the live feed. Looking at this battle between teammates. Kurt Busch trying to run down the 99 of Jeff Burton, with Elliott Sadler right behind him. Chris Mack. Oh, contact. Michael Waltrip and Bobby Labonte with a door slam there. They both ran out of room. This is why drivers back off and check up so hard, because of that exact reason. And Labonte just lost 2 spots there. Chris Mack works his way up into the top 5. Jamie McMurray off track. He's going to lose another spot. We're going to lose that spot to Chris Mack. Chris Mack going to gain another one. Now trying his best to use the draft to his advantage down this very long straightaway here. Trying his best to get it to turn. As he absolutely rocketed through that corner. And he does. Way he just drove it in there. Now beside Ryan Newman. Newman has to back off. Through the S's, Chris Mack gains another one. That's 3rd place. Chris Mack absolutely charging his way up through the field here today. And unfortunately, it's that time where we have to take another break, and I really don't want to right now because, man, he is flying through here. But we'll be right back after this. And we are back here at Riverside Raceway. Tony Stewart still your leader, but Chris Mack right there. And the 86 did get the wall a little bit in the right-hander in the final corner. But it doesn't seem to be hurting him too bad as he just watched them pass. And by pass, I mean absolutely fly by the 20 of Tony Stewart. Just drove past him like he was sitting still there in the S's. Not afraid to try to take it side by side through here and force the other person to back down. Muscled his way past Tony Stewart. Stewart now has to hold off the 6th of Mark Martin still. As we mentioned earlier, Martin faster on these long runs. Has the stronger car for the long runs here. As we're now within 10 to go. And potentially, if that 86 wasn't so fast, Tony Stewart could have possibly won this thing by holding off Mark Martin as long as he possibly could. But obviously they couldn't plan for Chris Mack was absolutely flying past them. There's no way they expected that. And Chris just very fast here today. Fought his way up through the field. Started in about 30th, 36th. and worked his way up through the pack and is now in the lead late in the going here at Riverside Raceway as he absolutely scratched and clawed his way up through the field to get to the point where he is now. And now he's leading here. A little bit of left side damage, not gonna hurt him too bad, not the end of the world for him there. Man, I really love the camera angle. Came close to hitting that outside wall again. Man, look at him slinging it through these corners here. Popping it a little bit sideways. And now that he's out in front, clean air, he gets to drive it as hard as he wants to. Just flat out through the S. Does not care. We're going to take a look at a few flyby angles here, so I'm going to mute right now just to see what this will look like. Not half bad, I must say. Chris Mack catching some lap traffic here, locked the brakes a little bit. Trying to get that thing slowed down. You can tell that the tires are wearing out a bit on that 86, but he does not care. He just wants to get past some lap traffic here so he can get a cushion between him and the second place driver, so when his tires do wear out, he can drive at a pace that he wants to drive at without worrying about being challenged for the lead. And look at all these lap cars right in front of him here. That's going to be very difficult to work his way past, but Chris Mack isn't worried about anything right now. He's got a lap car separating him from Tony Stewart. But he wants to put more between them so he can have a bigger cushion to lean on here. Through the S's once again, into the braking zone. Left side damage doesn't seem to be hurting him too badly, really. As we mentioned earlier, he did get up into that wall, but hit it in the way. He caught it right at the end of the wall, so it only hit the actual door and not where the wheels are. So very fortunate that he hit it there and not in the wheel well. Because now he doesn't really pose the risk of having a tire rub. Looking at the way the damage is, doesn't really come too close to the tire. I mean, it's a little bit on the left front, but it's not rubbing against the tire, which is a really big break for that 86 driver. They don't have to pit to repair that, and it's not really affecting him too badly. Maybe a little bit aero damage, but it's not hurting him badly enough to the point where he would need to pit and get that repaired. Now his way through some more lap traffic here. Kyle Petty, he's just gonna take the little paved strip there, giving Petty some room. Gave up some time, and now gets by that 45, dove it to the inside. He's got 2 lap cars now separating him and Tony Stewart as he comes to 3 laps to go this time by. And remember, Chris Mack and Pyrus Racing in general had that horrible luck last season. Wrecked out of almost every race. And even the races they did finish, they finished with a little bit of damage. And being involved in a wreck in pretty much every race. Sonoma Infineon Raceway and Watkins Glen looks to be Chris Mack's lucky breaks. But then he ended up making rookie mistakes and throwing the win away. So now Chris Mack looking to just make it to the end, not taking any unnecessary risks, and just trying to drive the track and make it to the end here. Remember, at Kansas last season, Chris Mack was injured and taken out for the remainder of the season. Missed the final 5 races. Had his friend Valeria Wolf take over for him for the rest of that season. And even she couldn't break the bad luck streak for Papyrus Racing. Thought this season might be a bit of a change, and it has. He's finished a few more races this season than he did at this point last season. He finished Las Vegas, finished at the Daytona Road Course. Albeit with damage, he still finished. And then at Bristol, escaped without heavy damage, but didn't do all the laps, only did a few because of being unable to start the event. Came out midway through the race, gained a few spots for points, and retired the car. And now, with 2 laps to go, coming to the white flag this time by, Chris Mack hoping and praying that nothing goes wrong. As of right now, it looks like he's finally going to get that lucky break here in the MG Cup Series. Through the right hand final corner. Going to see the white flag this time by one more time around for Chris Mack in the 86 and Papyrus Racing, who took a chance on this youngster last season after Fred Jones had his career ended in a crash in a test race with the 2002 cars. Fred Jones was always the Papyrus Racing driver in these Papyrus Racing games. And was set to race in the MG Cup Series, but that crash saw a change in plans and Chris Mack was stuck in the 86 car. Now it seems that decision has finally paid off for Papyrus Racing, as it looks like they're going to get their first win here today. Coming through the final corner once again for the final time here today, Chris Mack out of the last turn, is going to get his first career win here in the MG Cup Series. Look at him celebrate. He's shaking the car down the front stretch as he takes the checker flag. Finally, Papyrus Racing's bad luck is going to end here today as they come out on top with a win here today at Riverside Raceway. Just finally, he gets it done here today. And man, he earned it. He drove his butt off here today and took the checkered flag with an 11-second gap over Tony Stewart and Mark Martin, who were just stuck behind these lap cars, could not figure out a way to get past most of them. And Chris Mack sliced his way through the lap traffic. We still got cars finishing the race here. The 0 of Ward Burton comes across the line with heavy damage. He's going to finish. The 5 of Terry Labonte is going to finish. The 43 and 22 coming across the line to finish the race. And 49 and the 10 all completing the race as well here. So that's Ken Trader and Scott Riggs. The 50 is driving in the grass for some reason. Not sure, in the dirt. Not sure what he's doing here post race. But Chris Mack comes back around the final corner to the start finish line and is going to pull it to a stop here on the front stretch and get ready to celebrate his first ever win here in the MG Cup Series. Chris Mack stops it right on the start finish line, takes the checkered flag, getting ready to start celebrating here. Puts it in reverse. A couple drivers still crossing the line here, or still out on the track taking another lap around after missing the pit road entry. '86 just wants to celebrate. Let the man do his burnout, y'all. And he finally whips it around. And there we go. He's burning it down here, folks. For the first time in his career. Almost ran out of room there. Had to stop. But finally, he gets to do a burnout here on the channel after he collected his first career win here at Riverside Raceway. The return of racing at Riverside Raceway, and the first time the MG Cup Series has ever been here. And Chris Mack burns it down on the front stretch. And he's not done yet. We can't even blame him for being this happy, this excited. Whoa, he's in the grass now. Almost got into that wall. And the fans are going nuts here at Riverside Raceway. The crowd absolutely going wild. Chris Mack burning it down in the grass even. He does not care at this point. Both of his rear tires are down, and he's just trying to get it to victory lane after getting his first career win, and drivers still pulling in the garage. Chris Mack trying to get it to the garage area as well. I think he just blew the engine. Well, looks like he's going to get a push to victory lane here, because he's not going to be moving anywhere anytime soon. What a celebration for Chris Mack. After he finally, after a year, or excuse me, a season of just horrible luck, and the beginning of this season looking like it wouldn't turn around for him, he finally gets that first win. So let's take a look at your point standings after Riverside. Your championship points after Riverside are looking like this. R, not Yeah, so Jimmy Johnson's your points leader over Mark Martin. 84 points over the 6 car here. And 134 or 35 points over Kevin Harvick in 3rd place. So, this championship battle does not have much to do with Rusty Wallace, but we're only 6 races in, so that could all change. But so far, Rusty Wallace all the way back in 14th. Doesn't look like he'll be a factor in this season's championship points battle. And Chris Mack all the way down 25th in points. But he doesn't care. He's just happy he got that win here today. As we take a look at your winners this season. Jimmy Johnson with 2 wins already this season. So I guess he already has one. And I just forgot because I'm stupid. Mark Martin with a win. Jeff Gordon with a win. Matt Kenseth and Chris Mack, your winners so far this season. And Chris Mack with 3 DNFs this season. Looks to finally turn that luck around as we head into Texas this weekend. So that should be pretty interesting, especially with the package that we have for that track. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. Hope to see you guys next race. And until then, peace. Congratulations to Chris Mack on his first win.